Hello and welcome to Under the Table, where we're having a very special session today where we are going over the famous, awesome, amazing Elvira the prostitute's backstory, or news story, or news story. It's a news story. Okay. And welcome to the stream. I hope everyone brought snacks because I didn't.
Oh, man, I should have brought snacks too. I didn't think about that.
Oh, it almost worked, but we're missing Elvira. It almost worked. I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
Okay.
I'll be there some point.
No, you won't. We all know you won't. You're a liar. You're a liar.
Look,
And you're a liar and your mom was a whore.
I'm trying my best, and I don't know if she was. I don't think she was.
Elvira's mom was, actually, yeah.
Oh, Elvira's mom was a
Who'd you
whore.
think I was talking? I would never say that to one of my friends. That's rude.
That would be so fucked up. You'd be on Crit Crab so fucking fast.
Crit Crab.
Oh my god.
Crit Crab. How does that guy's voice not put people to sleep? I actually used to watch him to go to sleep.
That's literally why he's so popular. Because, like, if all you care about is goofy ass fucking D&D stories, you don't need a fucking crab VTuber to tell you them.
I listened to the Den of the Drake one. I like that one.
I'll know what you're talking about someday.
They're D&D videos, like horror stories.
Yeah, there's a guy called Crit Crab. Look him up, and he
Crit Crab. Okay.
Usually tells horror stories about D&D because that's what gets the clicks. But he tells all kinds of D&D stories from like Reddit. And wherever.
I would fuck with that though.
So
it's so enjoyable.
D&D horror stories.
So, Elvira.
Hello.
Will you do the honor and tell what happened last session?
So last session, we ran away. Wait, hang on. So we are in the city, and there was a very awkward interaction between the party and Lord Antinous, specifically Lord Antinous and Elvira. And they kind of get ushered out, and they get to go explore the Prosperity District of Empyreon, which is the shopping district. And they kind of split into teams. Gruff and Earl went their own way, and then Elvira and Mitiana went their own way.
Team bro and team not bro.
Do you mind me asking? What the most relevant parts to your character were last session, just so we can get that.
Right, so after a series of chaotic events in the armory, the jeweler, this random artifact shop, and I think an herbalist, we end up being chased down by a bunch of warding guards, and we get saved by a halfling who we...
A halfling?
I think it's a halfling. Is it a halfling? What is he?
They're elves.
They're elves? Oh.
Yeah.
So we get saved by these elves. One of them we recognize from the very, very beginning of the campaign, the guy that Emmedan rescued.
Yes, we all recognize him.
Yes. and basically they take care of us, and there's some stuff going on with them, but what happens directly with Elvira is Lord Antinous pops up out of nowhere, somehow knowing where she was, and gives her a letter from her ex-love, referred to known as Zanru. And Zanru broke up with Elvira because he had to participate in an arranged marriage, and he chose that over Elvira. And Antinous, just casually on his way out, mentions that he could potentially be her father. And the note from Zanru says, What?
We can't hear you, Bailey.
Oh boy. You was soft.
What in the Alabama?
Oh, what in the Alabama indeed.
Alabama
So
doesn't
now,
care about you.
Now Elvira read the note, and it's the next day, and she's gonna go meet Xanru at the fountain by the butterfly gardens in midday. Butterfly gardens meaning a thing.
Okay. And so I assume, just by the lineup today, that you are also taking Emiden and Mintiana with you.
I mean, you might need some security. You never know what could happen.
It's the story of Elvira and the Seven Dwarves. Okay.
Seven furries, you mean?
Seven furries.
One of you are scaly. So.
Whoa.
I think only one of us is scaly. I mean, technically.
That's true. So Elvira, you wake up in the morning and you have gathered some of your friends, and you said that you wanted to head out to meet your ex-love at the fountain.
He didn't say which fountain it was, though.
He did say which fountain it was.
Wait, did he, though?
The fountain by the butterfly gardens. That means a specific location.
Right, but you never found them because you were asking what happened to them and we couldn't figure it out.
Well, I know where they are in the city. I was just looking for the people.
She knew where they were the whole time, yeah.
Yeah. I grew up in the city. It's just the city's changed and
the
people weren't around as much as they used to be.
So before we get started, let me do the intro for you. Before we head out to the fountains. The door to the brothel room slams open. The smell of incense and scented candle wax fills the air. A woman with elven features strides into the room, startling the two courtesans on the bed. Between them lies a man, with his back resting against the bed's headboard. He looks slightly perturbed by the sudden intrusion. The woman eyes the pair of courtesans impatiently. "Leave," she commands. They begin to move off the bed, and the man stops them. "Come now," he assures the woman. "You know you're still my favorite." "Save it, Demetrius," she retorts, sharply. "I'm not here for that. There's a shipment of elven wine waiting to be delivered to your warehouse." Demetrius's expression immediately shifts and becomes deadly serious. "Are you certain?" The woman nods back silently. "You heard her, girls," Demetrius tells the courtesans. "Our time is up." The courtesans gather their clothes and hurry out of the room. They shuffle nervously past the woman standing in the doorway, who makes no attempt to move. After the door closes softly behind them, Demetrius stands up. I've been waiting a long time for this," he tells the woman. "I've been waiting longer," she replies. The end. Well, actually, the beginning. So, besides Elvira, I'm pretty sure no one else had any damn idea what was even remotely happening.
This is fun. I like knowing things that you guys don't know about.
It's rough.
I mean, if you think about it, with how much everyone else has been paying attention, you always know more than the rest of us.
That's not necessarily true. Bailey's or Emmett is the one who makes all the notes.
Yeah, when he's here.
Are you sure?
Hey, I'm actually going to go through the old videos, and I'm going to make notes about the 2 sessions I missed, okay? Thank you.
Better get working on it, bud.
Did you get up to that?
Okay. We're going, where are we going? So we are heading to the fountain. So, you guys, are you guys talking at all? Or are you guys all quiet?
Yeah, I mean, Elvira's going to be nervous along the way, but she'll probably be talking to everybody, so.
Okay.
All right, get talking.
Okay, so, here's the plan. I would like you two to be a safe distance from the fountain, and I'm going to wait there. And you're going to see somebody come up and talk to me, and if you notice anything suspicious, please just shout for me immediately, and I will come with you. What, Mintiana?
Sorry, you
What?
said if anything was suspicious to shout for you.
I understand that, and trust me on this one. The interaction itself is not suspicious. I know who the person is.
What exactly are we doing again?
I am meeting with, an old friend, let's say.
Right.
So
Oh my god, Mintiana, please.
Sorry. You just, suspicions and all that. Anyway,
I know, just behind the buildings or something.
I know exactly what'll put your mind at ease.
Oh no. What?
And the weather will be...
The weather is a meteor shower, weirdly geographically locked to whatever happens to be Mintiana's position. No, I'm just kidding. It's just going to be a nice sunny day.
It'll be a beautiful sunny day.
Oh, that's actually quite
Until the sun
abnormal.
goes down.
Oh, I mean, of course that makes sense. So, can I just trust you two to be just in a safe distance, just keeping an eye on things? Keep an eye out for anybody suspicious, or if I start to call for help or something.
I know the perfect way to be as discreet as possible.
I swear to God, if you turn into a goose again, Mintiana.
Why would I turn into a goose? They already know I can do that.
Oh, of course, what was I thinking? Of course you wouldn't turn into a goose if they already know.
Mintiana shrinks to a smaller size and slips on into Elvira's pockets.
Okay.
You know what? Fine. If you stay there and you stay put for this whole thing, I will not be opposed. Emiden, can I trust you to be watching from a safe distance?
Emiden pulls out his bow, and he just kind of wraps his cloak around him, kind of nods happily. We'll shoot for Elvira if I see anything out of suspicious.
Maybe don't shoot immediately. Maybe just, get my attention.
Yeah, just shout, like I did.
Wait, shout!
Yes, shout! Shout! No bow!
Shoot!
No bow! Thank you, though. I appreciate your concern. Alright. Settled that.
Shoot, shout.
Shush, Mintiana. Okay, so Elvira splits off from Emiden, and with Mintiana apparently in her pocket, and she makes her way to the fountain and sits at one of the corners. And when she's waiting, she kind of just starts humming to herself a little bit, trying to keep herself from being nervous.
During this time of day, the fountain is completely vacant.
What time of day is it?
It is mid-morning, I'd say.
So like 9 or more like 11?
We're going to say closer to 11.
Got it.
Very specific. Time...
You never know when that'll come in handy.
I know. So you can get me in one of those, DM didn't think far enough ahead loops. So as you're sitting by the fire or fountain, some time passes. Some time passes, and besides a slight breeze and some wriggling around in your pocket, you do not see any sign of Zenru so far.
Nervously, I, from my other pocket, pull out the note and read it again.
Okay. Pause
what does that say?
while I go through my notes for exact quote. always forget the.
I already forgot what he said.
I don't even know.
I
don't know the
remember
exact.
generally.
I don't remember the exact words. That's my problem.
Yeah.
I think I had those.
Something,
before.
something.
Something at the right time.
Yeah.
Something.
Meet by the fountain
It
of the
says-
butterfly garden.
it says
I think-
tomorrow-
Something.
It says the fountain near the butterfly school tomorrow at midday.
Oh, okay, midday.
Midday.
Are you reading this? Mintiana, this is my note. You shouldn't be reading it.
Oh, I can't read, so.
What? You know what? Whatever. Fine.
It is.
It's almost midday.
More time passes.
What's happening at
and
midday?
It is midday, and as
Don't worry
you
about it.
still see,
I'm looking out for you.
and some more time passes, and you are still waiting, and it has been midday for some time now.
Elvira looks around, concerned, and she stands up on the ledge of the fountain and starts kind of pacing across the, what's it called? The rim where everyone likes to sit and things like that. Just kind of slowly looking around the area. And at one point, she makes eye contact with Emiden and kind of gives him a look of like, do you see anything?
It is bright out, so Imogen doesn't see jack shit.
Elvira just kind of nods to herself, and she starts kind of pacing around again, all around the rim.
The pocket, wriggling. Oh,
Okay.
I think I need to stretch my everything.
If you want to leave, go ahead.
What are we waiting for?
We're waiting for Zandru,
Who's that again?
an old friend, let's just say. He said he was going to be here, and now he isn't. Not that I'm terribly surprised.
Well, how much longer are we gonna sit around here?
I don't know. I'd give it to sunset, maybe.
Sunset?
You can leave if you want. I don't mind being alone.
Elvira, as you are pacing and arguing with Mintiana in your pocket, you collide directly into another woman.
Oh goodness, I'm sorry. I was not paying attention.
Yeah.
Looking at you,
Mintiana.
you immediately recognize this woman as being your friend from school, Straza.
Strazza.
Elvira?
Strazza! Is that really you?
Out of character, is that actually how I say her name?
Strazza, yeah. The two
Strazza?
Z's make like Strazza. The two Z's make a TS sound.
Mamma mia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
it's
do
Italian.
It's Italian. An Italian elf runs into you.
Mamma mia.
Immediately, you can see her eyes brighten up some. It appeared that she went to bring some flowers to the fountain today, and you had just knocked them out of her hand.
Oh no. I'm so sorry.
Oh, don't mention it.
Flowers.
Are you in town again?
For the foreseeable time, yes.
I didn't think I'd ever see you here.
I didn't think I'd ever see you again either.
What are you
That's what-
doing here?
It's a long story. When I left, I traveled around for a bit and got in some trouble, like you're surprised. And I ended up meeting up with a group, and we've been traveling together, and I've been trying to get home ever since, but here I am.
You've been gone for so long, though.
I was traveling for a good while. I just couldn't figure out a place to settle, you know?
Traveling?
Strazza hears Mintiana say that. And kind of like looks at her strangely. Is there a voice coming from your pocket?
How would you react if I said yes?
Mintiana realizes the situation and uses Druidcraft to make a small bird noise.
Is that?
Cheap.
Is that? Is that the Imperial Dove?
Yes, Mintiana, act first. she reaches into the pocket, praying that Mintiana has transformed into an Imperial dove. And she pulls out a minuscule Imperial dove that is the shape of, that is actually Mintiana. Oh yes, this little bird. She's just been, she was sitting here and she decided to join me for a bit, But now she's all comfortable and just seems to want to fly away, and she throws the bird in the air.
The bird... Are you flying, Mintiana, or are you just going to hit the ground?
I am, but it's
very frantic.
You are... Oh, he's a strange one, Elvira. She laughs. She's like, you must have...
interesting somehow.
You must have been on some adventures.
Oh, some adventures to say the least. But never mind me. How are you? How have things been going in Imperion? I was in the Prosperity District and there was nobody around.
There's nobody in the Prosperity District? She looks confused.
Well, I was asking about, us, frankly, and nobody wanted to say anything.
Oh! Yes. We try to stay away from those parts these days.
Why is that?
Well, most of the men know where to find us, obviously. It's, slightly more frowned upon than it used to be.
Oh, no, really?
Gotta keep up our image.
Yes, I understand that. But as long as the business is going, right? How are the gardens?
Oh, they're just about the same. I do miss when you used to be around here, though. We used to have so much fun together.
Oh, I know. The trouble we'd get into sneaking into the little taverns together and pickpocketing some of the angry old women.
Out of character question. Is Elvira a criminal?
Low key.
What's your alignment again?
It says a thieving goose.
Neutral good, but there's reason to the behavior.
Gotcha.
There's a validation.
Neutral good and still steal stuff.
Yeah.
Is the rogue the most lawful in the party? Just wondering, because
possibly.
No,
That's likely.
Mithras is
lawful good or lawful neutral.
Mithras is
something.
Confused, but
Mithras is chaotic good.
Oh.
We have. So as you guys are talking, she invites you to walk with her. Come on, let's walk together.
Very well then. And she hops down and kind of gives an eye to Emmedan, hoping he sees, to kind of give a little head gesture that they're moving now. And she just assumes that Mintiana is just fluttering about.
Mintiana is
What are you doing, Emmedan?
Desperately in Emmedan's direction.
What are you doing, Emmedan?
Ibidin has crawled up onto the rooftops a little bit, and he's just creeped really close to the edge, and he's just seeing this, and he's remembering that she said something about a dude. So he's got his bow just drawn back, and he's just staring down this woman, just waiting for any signal at all from Elvira. Just anything at all. The slightest blink, and he will shoot her. But only
if I turn and look at him, do I see the bow in his hands?
It's very obvious.
Oh, God. So, upon seeing the bow, she goes, she gasps in horror to herself and mouths, "Don't do it. No." Praying that Strazza doesn't see.
Confused, Strazza looks in both directions and does not see who you're talking to. And she leans in, she says, "Do what?"
Don't do do anything fun without me. Not anymore, at least, now that I'm back.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't want to do anything fun without you, but why don't we go for a walk?
Yes, let's.
Just like old times.
Oh, yes.
Maybe less trouble, though.
Oh, really?
Or maybe
You're out
more.
of it these days? Maybe.
You never know what the day brings.
Oh, goodness.
So
Do
you
remember
guys...
when we used to sing? Oh.
Well, you can
Go
hold
ahead.
that thought. You guys begin walking away from the fountain as Imogen has a really fat dove just for some reason struggling to fly at him on the roof.
Oh, goodness. Do you remember back at that fountain we would sing little duets together and all the coins we'd collect and split?
Out of character comment.
Yes.
I think this now means that you and Kyle have to sing a duet together now in character.
It doesn't have to mean that.
You guys would regret that, especially if I'm taking on the female role of Strats.
Especially if he's going against the person who's currently getting their masters in singing.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be beautiful.
I thought we'd work together. Anyway.
Oh, yes, it's a collaborative effort.
So as you're walking, she says, "Oh, yes. Those times we almost made as much as we made in the houses."
Oh, we really did. You know, it made me kind of... I don't even know how to put it. It made me kind of just want to travel around and just sing instead of, well, what we do.
I always thought that would have been an excellent idea.
Yes. Well,
So much less
I think-
restrictive than the stuffy people in this old city.
oh, tell me about it. I mean, we just ran into the... Currently, we're being sponsored by the Antinous family. And
The
Elvira
Antinous
kind of-
family.
Elvira kind of stops herself, remembering the interaction that she had with him. Right. The Antinous family is sponsoring us. Yeah. I don't really have much to say about them.
Out of
What?
character question.
Yes.
So you just said us.
She did.
Yeah.
Minty, you're really overthinking that one.
I don't know. That was pretty spot on, though. That's actually very smart. Normally, I would reward that kind of thinking. In fact, actually, take an inspiration, Mintiana.
What does
Just for that.
mean?
There's
you
a little button on your character sheet.
You can get
It's,
inspiration that you can use later.
It's next to your hit points to the left of it.
I'll explain it after the session or during the combat for you.
Okay.
It's a good thing. Anyway, so Strassa does not really pay much attention to the wee thing though, as she's walking.
How
with him.
dare she?
And she kind of comments though. She says, "So what were you doing at the fountain then?"
Can I be honest with you?
I always thought we could always be honest with each other.
Right, but this is a different situation. And she pulls out the note and hands it to Strazza.
She looks at it for a second, and her eyes kind of like go wide when she sees a signature. She's like, "Elvira."
I know, Look, curiosity got the best of me, and I know I'm not supposed to, but I just needed to know, right? Why would he reach out to me after all of this time?
I couldn't tell you, but I would certainly not be hanging around that kind of man. After everything he put you through?
I know, but I don't know. I just can't get over it, I guess. It's been years, and you'd think I'd be over it, and I absolutely hate him more than anything in the world, but I just need to talk to him again. I just don't know
Elvira,
why.
He didn't even show up for you. After inviting you.
No, he didn't.
Maybe he's dead.
I think the best thing that you could do is forget about someone like that.
I mean, wasn't that what we were trying to do when I first got in trouble? Like the real trouble, not just the fun stuff that we would do?
Well, yes, but that doesn't mean that being with him is safe. Besides, I never even liked him. He was always so stuck up.
Well, it's just because you didn't see him in private setting. It wasn't like that all the time. You had to keep a face, you know, like we all do.
I think we all have faces, Elvira. And I don't think I'd want to see his in a private setting. That's just gross.
Well, you might not want to see his face, but you might want to see his body.
Okay. Let's not go.
I'm sorry, I had to.
After everything he's done to you, I don't even know how you could even think about talking to him. Are you still not over that?
You know, I thought I was, and being back in this city and seeing him physically, this is another thing. He was at the Antinous house when we were initially visiting our sponsors. I don't know if he saw me, but he clearly knows I'm here. And just seeing his handwriting again, and I just really needed to know if it was it.
She looks very deliberately and slowly down to your necklace, but she does not comment on it. I don't know. And then she kind of like leans in. She's like, we're whores, Elvira. We don't make connections.
I mean...
Since when did you start using our derogative term?
Ever since everyone else in the city has.
You really let them stoop you to that level? You don't deserve that. None of them do. None of us do.
Well, either way, I think that we need to get your mind off this man and go get up to no good like old times.
Elvira kind of looks at Stotza with a little gleam in her eye and a tiny smirk. What kind of trouble?
The kind that may result in some extra products that we didn't have before.
Well, I could never say no to a free pashmina.
I think I have the perfect place. So as you guys are talking, you are leaving this area, the Red Lantern District, as it is known.
That's clever.
So Emmedan and Mintiana,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what are you doing?
What do you mean? What are we doing? This is Elvira's hero quest.
I think we'd just be crawling along the rooftops and just kind of following along.
Okay.
So,
So-
sneaky.
Emmedan's trying to
I'm
not
tailing 'em.
not eat the bird that's flying at him. But all he sees is meat. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so you guys can do whatever you want if you want to head out towards where they're going and kind of trail behind.
Yep.
Yep. Sneaky.
This is Elvira's time to shine.
Elvira doesn't believe in shining. There we go.
Well, that's her problem.
That's her problem. She's not shiny enough. She needs better makeup.
Why is everyone always
She
talking about her
need
makeup?
she need that shimmer glow highlight though.
Okay. So you guys are walking through the Prosperity District now, and you can see some vendors and whatnot going about their business. And as you're walking, Stratza winks at you and then does a little twirl. And then when she comes back up, she has this little cheesy wooden necklace that she just lifted off some stand. Oops. Am I muted?
No, I was.
That's healthy.
Oh my goodness, where did that come from?
I don't know. I think I just found it in my hand.
Oh,
so
wow.
Strange.
Very strange. And Elvira kind of takes a pause, smirks, does a twirl, and does the same thing, which means I have to do a sleight of hand.
You're good for this scene.
Oh, okay, cool.
This ain't more cinematic session, so you're okay. For the most part. I'll tell you when you have to roll.
Okay.
Okay. You come back with a... you come back with a fully cooked apple pie. A miniature pie.
Oh, goodness. Where did this come from?
Straza looks at yours and she says, I like yours better.
What, would you want to trade?
Why? I wouldn't want to rip you off. We would obviously have to trade for something. And as you guys are walking, she kind of comes to a pause and kind of grabs your arm. And she says, this is the place. And she is directly in front of the wine and cheese shop. The fancy one.
Interesting.
This place is incredibly exclusive.
What are we going to do here?
Well, it depends. Would you rather distract or take?
Well, I think it's best if I keep a low profile for now. I think I should do the snagging. For old time's sake.
Okay, so I have an idea. And she whispers to you, in the back of the room, there is a very fancy, expensive, and she kind of pauses, bottle. And I think that we should take it.
When did you start getting into the high-rate heists, little missy? How expensive are we talking here?
Who, me? I, for one, am innocent. I would never. Besides, you're the one stealing it.
Touché.
And I would say that it's probably worth at least a week in the houses.
A week? You're kidding.
No one's ever gonna buy it. It's all dusty.
Wow. Well, it will be missed, but not that missed.
It will be missed, but not forgotten. Okay. So you guys approach the building where there is an exclusive sign showing some of the prices that are inside, and they do look very exorbitant. And they have lots of different cheeses too. And no, that was not just made for you, Mintiana. Ooh woo.
I'm surprised she's not trying to get in.
Oh, I just got back from peeing.
Oh, okay.
Peeing on Eminem's
We entered
shoulder.
a wine and cheesery.
Ah.
And Emiden, what are you doing right now, bud?
Are there any windows?
Are there any windows?
Probably not in a cheesery. Winery.
I'm not seeing any on the map. That doesn't mean there isn't.
Right, but like, if it's like an like they literally only sell wine and cheese, it would make absolutely zero sense to have windows. It would spoil the wine and it would mess with the cheeses.
You know, the amount that you know about wine and cheese is actually pretty impressive. So, Our resident
What
wine
can
and
I
cheese
say?
expert claims that no, this place
Like
would
they
not.
might have windows, but it'd be a pretty shitty wine cheesery. Like
Yeah, this is high class. Okay,
yeah.
we don't have windows in here. They do
They
have
might
fancy.
have like decorative windows like at the very front where like something else would be like maybe like kegs of wine or kegs of cheese or like any other like things they might sell. But any like of like anything that's worth anything that's a cheese or a wine would be either kept in something like wooden because this is old timiness, or they'd be kept as far away from those windows as possible, depending on which direction they're facing. Because if
So,
it's facing the east or the west, the sun's gonna come right in and fuck with all that cheese and wine.
Mintiana and Emiden, are you guys still back some?
Yeah.
We're trying to be stealthy, or rather, Mitiana's just got brain damage from being tossed across the fucking park or whatever.
So you guys are not coming into this place then? That's
I'm
all
trying
right.
to find a different way to look inside without going inside.
Yeah, I think that's why he asked about the windows.
Yeah, so you guys can see through the front door as it opens and closes. And and you can see through that. But perhaps not the side. You could listen in though, if you wanted to.
Yeah, Imogen's gonna kind of sit there and listen. He's gonna kind of wrap his cloak around him, and he's got a pot. He's just gonna kind of put on top of his head a little bit, to like, or like put out in front of him. Rather, he's gonna hold it out in front of him, kind of look like a beggar. He's just kind of like, "Oh, alms for the clan."
Mitiana shakes her feathers.
I've missed Eminem.
We all missed
I
everything.
think we all did, yeah.
Eminem, what are you doing?
Okay.
Blending in.
This is a high-class society, and you're begging for money.
Doesn't that mean they have money they don't need?
Mitiana pats Emiden on the head with her wing. That's a complicated question that we'll have plenty of time to answer some other time. But we can't hear anything if you're shouting for money.
Oh, alms for the clan. Alms for the clan.
Mitiana waits for an opportunity for someone else to enter and or exit the wine cheesery so that she can slip in
Slip into their pocket or slip into the building?
into the building.
So Mintiana is subtly slipping through the front door, and you see a little bird up in the rafters who does not look
bird.
normal, and she's making weird noises.
Chief.
Elvira immediately notices the uncomfortable cheeks, recognizing it as Mintiana.
Well, to be fair, the cheaps are authentic with druid craft
true.
because it's a cantrip.
That's true.
But I can't make authentic duff sounds, so you get cheap.
Aren't they more like cooers?
Cool.
Yeah, they're more pigeon-like, I think.
Cool. Cool.
She
Regardless, I still think she would have figured out that the one dove is Mintiana.
Strazza leans in and kind of whispers to you and says, "Back right on the counter."
And Elvira just nods silently.
And then she starts kind of like whistling and looking all like, "Ooh, woe is me," you know, sort of. Too much cleavage hanging out, probably.
Oh god.
Big titty.
Oh yeah,
And Elvira,
this is Elvira's friend. Who do you think, man?
yeah. we
So
live
she begins.
together.
She begins
Some
talking.
people like them, small,
She begins talking.
grabbable,
She begins talking to this guy, and you can hear her acting a little bit ditzy. And she kind of leans
Okay.
in and puts her hand on his, and then starts like giggling and stuff as they're talking, and he, for some reason, buys into this completely because he's an idiot.
Out
And
of character. Is it the one on the table that he's physically at, or like the literal far right corner?
yes, it's going to be the one that he's literally at. So the first thing you're going to want to do is make a stealth roll.
Okay.
She seductively eats a piece of cheese. And she's talking to this guy.
It's okay.
Yeah, you are completely stealth mode right now.
Okay, cool.
So as you're...
Sorry, go ahead.
You can start. What would you say?
I was going to say I make an effort to walk up to this counter right here and grab a bottle from there, just an inconspicuous one that's for sale as I continue to stealth along.
Out of
Okay.
character question. I'm sorry for the interruption. I thought this was a record store.
They do look like records. They do.
It's a top-down view, that's why.
Yeah.
We just said that it was a wine and cheesery, but my brain was like,
Oh.
oh, cool, record store.
All these nice records in Empyrean. So you can see Straza behind the counter, kind of like teasing with them, and you can go ahead and make.
So I attempt with a sleight of hand to switch the bottle I took from the counter and the expensive one.
Mhm.
Oh fuck.
Okay,
I mean,
that
13's
checks.
not horrible.
That checks.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
He's
This
too busy
guy's
looking at big
this guy's
titties.
this guy's got a
You have to
debuff
get,
right
like, a
now. If you
nat
couldn't
one.
notice.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's
He
valid.
doesn't have enough. He doesn't have enough blood in his brain anymore. Okay, so so
I didn't block your ears.
she clearly sees you, but shows no sign of seeing you, as she takes another small bite of cheese and grabs a cup of wine off the table and takes a sip of it, and then kind of like playfully pets him on the chest.
And upon switching the bottles, I make a point to take the long route hidden through the counters
Okay, make
to
one
make
more
my
stealth
way
roll.
out. Alrighty. Okay.
And as you're making it out, you can see she leans in and gives him a single kiss and whispers something in his ear. And he seems very happy
Dissonant
about
whispers?
this.
Oh, not
As-
dissonant whispers.
Strazza makes her way out the
Come
door.
on, let me.
What are you
Elvira
doing
kind
in
of
here, Mintiana?
rolls her eyes.
Oh, I was just watching since Ebiden was too busy role playing. Mutiana does the same thing as prior and waits for an opportunity to fly out as soon as possible.
I'm amazed you resisted the urge to go for the cheese.
Ah, you see, Mintiana has many desires.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
So as you come out the door, you see a little kobold who is just standing there with a bucket filled with gold.
Hold on, with gold?
Yeah, there appears to be at least 10 pieces in there.
Oh my gosh!
His little bucket cup.
And as Elvira and Swatsa walk by Ebiden, Elvira kind of glances down at the pot and gives him a pleasant surprised face and gives him a little nod and a wink as they walk by.
Are you there, Emiden?
Eminem just kind of grins upwards. And just like he's happy. He feels like he's got away with something.
Mintiana lands on Ebiden's shoulder. What happened? How did she get so much money?
Well, they had more than they needed. They gave the plan.
Emiden. We're clan members, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Clan members share, right? Right?
Strazza leans in as she sees like the most adorable little lizard guy.
He is the most adorable little lizard.
Yeah. And just makes a comment about, do you think that bird's following us? It's not even good at making
I don't
noises.
know. I don't know, honestly. I mean, maybe it's the bird that I helped out, and maybe it thinks we're friends now.
I think it may have
Dad?
hit its head too hard.
That's also very possible.
Cool. Mintiana flaps her wings.
Elvira is slowly becoming stressed at the sight of the dove.
Cool.
You probably should have just put it out of its misery.
Maybe.
Put a national bird out of its misery? Isn't
Yeah,
that illegal?
if it's suffering.
Ah! Cool.
Elvira just kind of shrugs and moves on, just trying to not reveal the fact that she's very concerned over Mintiana's performance.
Okay. And as you two are walking and catching up, you see a figure standing in front of you. And it is your father.
Question mark. Asterisk. Quotation marks.
Elvira kind of stops in her tracks.
Hello,
And-
Elvira.
What do you want?
I would like a moment to talk to you.
You've had it and you've wasted it. I'm with a friend right now, thank you.
In private, if you would.
I would have to decline at this time. I'm in a prior engagement.
Very well then. I assume you know Zenru then? Zenru? How the fuck you say that?
Xanru, yeah, you're right. You're good.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia, it's a spicy pizza pie. Well, I read the note. I did what it said. Nothing happened.
Well, his note didn't happen to say anything about leaving town, did it?
Leaving town?
Yes, we had a very important meeting today. I often go in those social circles, and it is not like him to not show up. I was hoping
No,
you
it's-
have seen him.
It's not like him. I had a meeting with him, but it never happened because he didn't show up. And Elvira immediately becomes very suspicious, remembering who Xanru was as a very diligent businessman or political figure, whatever the frick frack he is in this situation.
Oh.
And she kind of looks at Strazza a little worried.
Well, if you do hear from him, if you could let me know.
Where was this meeting, may I ask?
It was at my estate.
Right.
We meet often in the showroom.
Interesting. Okay.
He likes the relics about as much as my wife does. Kind of shakes his head. Well, I don't wish to keep you preoccupied. And his eyes kind of stop on Strazza for a second. And I presume this is your friend.
Yes, this is my friend. We grew up together, actually. Strazza, I would like you to meet
Varanus.
Baroness Antinous, my sponsor.
Yes, you're a sponsor. And he shakes her hand. Nice to meet you. You said her name, right?
Yes.
Alright, Strazza, he says.
Mamma mia.
I am sure we will meet again. But I must be going. And he kind of, looking a little worried, he begins to leave.
Elvira's kind of wringing her hands a little bit and kind of leering at him as he walks away, both in frustration of a little disgust of the man before her and a growing concern for Zanru. I don't know, Strasser, that doesn't sound right.
I think that you think too much, Elvira.
Well, the only way that you can get anything done is if you done. This just doesn't sit right.
That you have always done your best work when you've had a little to drink, she says, kind of nudging the bottle.
I don't know right now, Stratza.
I'm sure
just
that a
doesn't-
cup wouldn't hurt, Elvira.
I don't know if it will or not, but this just doesn't sit right with me. I mean, Zanru was a very diligent person. He always had his appointments in check, and I kind of excused our personal meeting because he doesn't care about me anymore because he's married, happily. But to miss a political meeting like that? Just with no word? He'd at least leave a warning or some sort of excuse.
He could just be with another prostitute again. I have heard of some of his dealings.
Dealings? You mean with other courtesans?
Yes. Of course, now that he has a family, I'm sure his new wife wouldn't like that.
No, she wouldn't. Come to think of it, I've never met her, you know. And come to think of it as well, it's likely that he's still living in his home estate, no? How about we start looking there? We find his wife, ask some questions, and maybe it slips up that we are previous lovers.
That sounds like even more trouble than you might want to get into, Elvira.
Okay, that's a clear sign. I'm not doing.
Mintiana would do it.
Mintiana will do it. The bird.
Cool.
What are you gonna fly across the city and check on Zenru's estate?
She doesn't know where it is.
That's a good point, actually. Well, as you guys are talking, Stratza just grabs the bottle of wine, with or without you, and summarily pops the cork before taking a sip out of the bottle.
There's gotta be one shitty fucking winery if they don't even fucking press the corks into the bottles. I say y'all go back and get a refund.
She's talented. And then she hands you the bottle with the cork still off it. Just relax.
I'm gonna swirl the bottle around a little bit and do a little investigation to see what it is.
It is wine.
Oh, okay. No, I was gonna. I guess there's nothing suspicious then. If you're not gonna let me.
I mean, out of character, I had purify food and drink at the start of this, and Kyle was like, "You're never gonna need that," so I took that off. So if we ever get poisoned, I'm gonna be pissed.
We just need Earl nearby, and we'll be fine.
You notice
Earl or Gruff.
as you inspect the bottle, that it does say elven wine. And Stratza gives you a little wink.
Where did this come from?
You just stole it from the shop.
I know.
I thought you'd like that.
I know, but jeez, I didn't know that they just wrote it on the bottle like that. You know, Lyra just kind of sighs and takes a sip.
Okay. You immediately die. No, I'm just kidding. You're all good.
Crab!
She laughs. She laughs and grabs it back for you and takes an even bigger swig.
Goodness, you certainly... Oh, go ahead.
And she hands it back. Can I be honest with you, Elvira?
Well, as you said before, I thought we were always honest with each other. And she takes another sip.
This is true. I believe that I have seen Demetrius acting rather funny.
Ugh,
And
why am I
on
surprised?
more than one occasion, I have seen Benona leaving his room.
Hold on, Benona?
Yes,
That fat buffoon?
you remember her.
Oh, goodness. I shouldn't have said fat. Oops. That wretch. That's what I'll say.
You said fat buffoon?
Retcon and say wretch instead of that wretched buffoon. I'll say that instead. I don't want to say fat. That's too mean.
I just thought you should know because if Xanru is missing, perhaps Demetrius may know where he is.
Well,
Out of character, we just got raided on Theta.
what's happening?
We just
Oh, that's
got
pretty
a
cool.
stream raid.
Oh, cool.
Thank you for the raid. I don't actually know who does it. I don't think I get any updates from
Their
Theta.
name is Lady Rebel.
Thank you,
Thank
Lady
you.
Rebel.
Oh,
Actually, it's your channel. You say thank you, Mintiana.
Oh, wow.
Very classy. Okay. So I believe that it could be possible if they're up to no good. And maybe we should check his warehouse.
well, I don't see why not.
I mean,
But
you
I
did.
don't know if going alone is a good idea. Demetrius is up to no good, then maybe we shouldn't be alone.
Well, if I remember someone talking to me correctly, he used to be the man that you saw before Xanru. And he has always been the jealous type.
You really think me attempting to seduce Demetrius is going to do us any good in the...
No. I'm just saying that maybe he still remembers you. And he's a bit jealous about what happened. I mean, that would explain why he's missing. Maybe they got into a manly fight. She says, like, over-exaggerating, like, the
Oh,
punches. And
please.
then she kind
Oh,
of giggles and
please.
grabs the wine back and, like, takes another swig of it.
Demetrius is too much of a p- to even put up a fist against Xanru. Kidding?
That's so true, though.
Alright, fine. We'll make our way to the warehouse and see if there's anything there.
I think that would be fun. She grabs another bottle. Besides, if we see Xanru before then, we can just give him an earful.
That's true as well.
It wouldn't be like he doesn't deserve it.
Not at all. And she kind of turns, does a little twirl like they were doing before, but she doesn't grab anything. She just makes a point to make eye contact with Emmeline and Tiana as best she can to kind of signify that they're moving a little faster pace.
Okay.
Is Bailey here?
I am. I've been back for a few minutes.
Okay. I don't want to be like, are you done pissing yet? Because that'd be a little bit rude.
I never expected that you two were just gonna, like, silently skulk in the background the whole time.
Well, the way you okay, out of character for everybody who doesn't know what's going on. So like when this was planned, Kyle was like, this is gonna be focused on Elvira, and we're not gonna be really focusing on anybody else. So I thought we were just here as like
I just meant
combat
story-wise, right?
or like we were here to like interact with Elvira in between Elvira doing things. So I'm trying not to
I
be
just
like,
feel bad because you
"I'm
guys
not
aren't
with
doing
you."
anything. You're just skulking.
I mean, that's what I thought was gonna happen too. Like, I figured we were just kind of like here in case we need to be pulled in for some push forward of momentum or something,
Yeah.
or even comic relief, which is what I've already served as. But I mean, it's up to me. It's
You have
your story
made
today,
10
so I don't
gold,
wanna interrupt.
Emiden.
Wait, what?
You have made 10 gold this session. So.
Oh, shit.
Passive income, apparently. Okay. So, Strazza leads the way to the warehouse. And as you two are walking together, she begins to try to make a conversation with you. So, tell me about some of these adventures.
Oh, well, I met up with a group of people at Slave's End. That's a long story in itself.
Slaves End?
Yes, I know I made it that far. It's a long story.
Oh, with the wretched collars.
I know. They were very itchy, I do have to say.
I have heard
But
rumors.
I don't have it anymore. But we managed to get out, and we made our way to the gnome's town that's in the corner. And we made some friends there, made some enemies there. We adopted a pet, for lack of a better term. And then we made our way to the half home.
Are you talking about
east of
Stu?
here.
Are you talking about Zim?
I'm gonna leave that for you to figure out.
So when am I going to meet this special group that you've been hanging out with?
Oh, in due time. And she kind of glances up to the awkwardly flying bird.
She follows your eyes. Okay, come on.
Jesus
That is not
Christ.
a bird.
Maybe. Maybe not.
And then she kind of like leans in. She's like, are there any cute ones?
Birds?
That's for you to find out, I guess.
In your group?
I mean, yes. Well,
Oh, you must like someone if
Bad.
you've been traveling with them for so long.
well, it's a matter of, you are traumatized together in a situation, and situations might as well stay together for the sake of survival until you go your merry way.
I didn't think any situation could traumatize you, Elvira.
Me neither. But then Zanru happened.
Are we just supposed to pretend that that bird is normal?
You don't have to.
So I sound awful, but Minciana is constantly using
Drew
her
Crouch,
cantrip.
yeah.
So to them, it does sound like an authentic whatever this bird is.
But your flying is still clunky as all hell, and
Do a
that's
nature check.
start.
Do you even know what the Imperial Dove sounds like, Mintiana?
No.
It's...
But I mean, it's Druidcraft, so apples, potatoes, the French. You know what I mean?
Druidcraft. You can look like one.
I can make the
Right.
sound of any small animal.
How often?
It's a cantrip, so however many times I want, and it's instantaneous. So
Okay. I still don't think you know how to make that sound. I'm sticking with
well,
it.
she does.
just let it happen. Just let it happen.
She does.
If she can predict the weather, she can make a dove noise.
But for the amount of time they've been in the city already, she would have seen a dove by now. How
That's
about
I'll accept it. I'm taking her noises as she makes this canon now.
that?
Okay. So, as you guys are talking, and Strazza kind of looks weird at this bird that has a perfect sounding dove noise, but is still acting funky, and then keeps following
Yeah,
you.
she'll
you keep
like
following her.
move weird, but she sounds perfect.
She sounds on point. I don't mean to brag, but my bird noise. So as you guys are traveling, you make it to the warehouse.
My goodness, it's been a long time since I've been here.
And we're gonna call a quick break. 10
PP
minutes.
break. Okay.
Because I have to take a leak.
Okay.
Just get a
Okay.
gamer girl bucket.
Ew.
Yeah, right. I got one of those little, one of those little pans or whatever. We got it. We got it. Okay. So we will be right back to Under the Table. Please come and join us after our wonderful 5 to 10 minute break.
Messed up.
Hello and welcome back to Under the Table. The only place where we are literally under the table. I promise. That's where we're playing from right now. We're all under our respective tables. Emiden, what the hell is wrong with your image?
I don't know. I don't
To
handle
the
that.
Shadow Realm.
It's not my fault, finally.
I know, usually you're the last one to load.
Yeah, usually it's me.
Not a problem, though. We don't care about such things. Okay, so as you approach the warehouse...
He's stealthing. Don't worry about it.
As you approach the warehouse, and I'm assuming Emiden and Mintiana are still in tow,
Yes.
acting non-suspicious as possible.
Yes.
And you guys come up to the door of this fine, quote-unquote, establishment that clearly is something Demetrius uses for business.
Well, goodness, I have to say, it's been quite a while since I've been here. I don't even know how long.
I certainly haven't been here in a long time either. Shall we peek in?
Well, there's no reason not to right now.
So as you guys peek in to the window on the front door, I had to move Mintiana and Emiden back. As you guys peek in, you see Demetrius, and he is pacing back and forth. Seems to be kind of pissed off about something. And as he's pacing back and forth, you notice behind him a figure on a chair that looks to be Zanru. And
Oh.
you cannot see much about his current state, but what you can see is that he appears to be a little beaten and battered and is currently tied up with a gag in his mouth.
Kinky.
So Elvira kind of narrows her eyes and she gives a look to Strazza. And then she looks behind her to see Emiden and Mintiana and she nods at them, saying that now is the time.
Now is the time for what?
I'm assuming she means you're involved.
This is the suspicious activity. Shush! That's not what I meant! Calm down! Oh, come on, Mintiana, the jig is up.
Strazza looks completely unimpressed right now towards Mintiana, who you are now talking to and saying the jig is up.
Come on, Mintiana. I need
thought
you
there
right
was
now.
something wrong with that bird.
There's many things wrong with the bird, but we're gonna get to that later.
Excuse both of you? Wrong with me? What am I again?
An imperial dove.
An
Strazza,
imperial dove.
Strazza, I would like to introduce you to Mintiana, one of my allies. And over that way is Emiden, the little lizard from before.
What, the little
Yeah, but
cute
it's a
scaly
small
guy?
different.
Is this your
Yes.
group?
Part of it. They just came with me for security.
You do travel with weird people. She kind of chuckles.
I'm
mean-
an imperial dove. Coo, coo.
I will say, your illusion magic is excellent.
Coo.
However, I would keep your voice down, seeing as we're currently outside of a warehouse.
I'm not being loud. I'm just an imperial dove. Coo.
Okay. We need to figure this out. Emiden?
Yes.
He's still sad from earlier.
If I remember this place fairly well, there's windows on the far sides. I think it would be best if you post up there for a surprise one. I highly doubt Demetrius is of any immediate danger or threat to us, but we never know when we might need something. Okay?
Elvira,
Yes.
why exactly are we doing this?
To help an old friend.
Okay.
It's not important, Mintiana, trust me. It's really not important who he is.
Should I go up there with Emiden?
If you want to bust in the party with him, you can.
I'll stick with our very rich friend.
Very well then. Well, Strazza, are you ready?
I don't know that I'd trust either of these two in a fight anyway.
You'd be surprised.
Imidin like pulls his cloak up a little bit and shows off his muscles.
His big, scaly,
I mean,
3
just
foot tall muscles.
look how big and strong the kobold is. Isn't he just so powerful?
I'll tell you what. And Strazza kind of leans in, and she blows 2 kisses over to both of them, and it kind of hits them on the cheek. And they can almost feel it. It's like an illusion thing. It's like... Then she rolls her eyes as the bird's freaking out. Anyway,
Alright,
let's go, Elvira.
let's go.
Okay.
So,
Sorry, I almost felt something.
so Elvira waits for Emiden and Mick to get into it before she busts the doors of the warehouse open, even though they technically are already.
I guess they are already open.
Yeah, they are. We've just been standing there. We're pretending there are doors for.
So you guys bust through the front door. Oh, sorry, I almost grabbed you.
It's okay.
See, I can probably zoom it. No, because Mintiana's way up there, so we're gonna have to make some
I
adjustments.
thought the
here.
idea was that we were waiting in up above.
Hmm?
Me and Emiden.
I think you guys are good. If you guys wanted to sneak around,
Oh.
Yeah.
it's wherever you want to be.
Oh,
Okay.
there she goes.
So as you
Where
enter,
did I go? Oh, there I am. I just swung and flew across the fucking screen.
as you enter, Demetrius sees you and says, "Elvira, you come back for another round, did ya?"
Demetrius, how could I resist?
I could do without the makeup and the tone.
Everybody hates her makeup. What is going on?
And I could do without the face and the attitude.
He yanks
What do you
out.
think
He
you're
yanks
doing?
out. Did I already mention the fact he yanked out 2 daggers? No.
No.
No. He
You
did that.
Not,
He
you
did that as
not
well.
say that.
Nice save, Kyle. Okay. Yanks out 2 daggers. Well, why didn't you come at me, you filthy whore?
Oh my god.
Well, if only it were that easy.
Nobody breaks Demetrius's heart and gets away with it.
Is that really what this is about? Because somebody paid more than you?
How much did he pay you anyway? He kind of like looks over his shoulder at Zanru, who is like a little bit out of it. His head's rocking, swollen, blood, whole 9 yards.
It doesn't matter how much he paid me. What matters is that I moved from one customer to another, and within the contract of the courtesan, that is law, and you have no choice but to deal with it.
Oh, I've never been quite good at dealing with things. And then he just like
Clearly.
he kicks the crate next to him in anger, kind of like crushing part of it. I think you'd look better without skin anyway. And starts like slicing his daggers against each other, making a ear piercing.
When did you become so gross? Like, what happened? You were a respectable man at one point, and now you're talking about carving me up like...
Carving you up
Where
like
did you
what?
stoop this low?
Carving you up like a gourd.
Aha, gonna butcher. That's what I said.
Anyway. He, initiate combat.
My girl wants this done.
And then I get no. Wait, hold on. Hold on. +2.
Are you guys joining too?
Well, I mean.
You
I
can. You
guess.
can. It would be good for you.
Emiden.
What?
He
Mine's
got an
18.
Mine's 18, he
What?
says.
I
He
have
gets
advantage on
twice.
initiative.
I can't.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the first roll. I just saw the nat one. I was
Imogen.
Emiden. Because only the 5 is showing up right now
Damn it.
in the actual
You
combat
guys are
log.
the worst. Mintiana's got a 6. Very impressive,
No, she
Mintiana.
has
It's
an
gone
8
up.
because it's +2.
Very impressive.
I always get this shit fucking
Hey,
initiative
you have to
roll.
pick mine.
It's
Kyle,
20.
mine's 18.
18?
Yeah,
Okay.
because he can roll twice and pick the.
He just laughs. And you could hear Demetrius laughing. He's saying, "What is this, a circus?"
Circus?
Well, that explains the makeup.
What?
Well then, good sir, enjoy the show.
Oh, I always
good one.
enjoy a good show, woman. Okay. Straz is also not impressed with this guy. It is your turn to go, Elvira, weirdly enough.
All right.
Literally just this dude.
It's literally just this dude.
Oh, I
Oh,
feel
I'm
bad
supposed
for
to have
him.
taken a long rest. I forgot about that. Let me fix that real quick. Excuse me.
Yeah, because you
see
got
that
such
guy.
good sleep last time.
Oh, what does inspiration do?
Inspiration is generally you can roll again. You can re-roll anything.
So can
That
I
you
reroll
have
for
to roll.
initiative?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
Ah,
So 14.
I went ahead and moved Imogen back because he would have been like peeking off from a roof, so I think we'd be further away.
You're peeking off a roof? You sure you want to leave them in here alone, Emiden?
I mean, we were
doesn't he
far
have a
away
range?
watching them, so.
Not sure, but you came to the door. I remember.
Oh,
you rolled for
yeah, we
initiative.
did. Gosh,
I
I'm
remember.
done.
I mean, you could sneak off to go up a roof or something. Just use your turn to do it, I guess.
No, it's fine. I thought I forgot I went to the door because I'm stupid.
You. What are you doing, Elvira?
So, all Elvira does, with just this clever little smirk on her face, is she raises her hand, points directly at, what's his name, Demetrius, and then snaps her fingers. And she casts Shatter, which I will send to the chat log, because it's a very funky thing. So, and a high-pitched, intense kind of ringing in your ear noise just explodes all around him
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
in a 10-foot radius,
Oh
Okay.
my god.
with him as the center point.
What the
So-
fuck? That's nasty.
That is a Constitution save of 14.
Isn't that like that's 3d8?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
With him at the center point, you said?
Yes, please.
Is that too big? Probably.
It's okay.
It's like
doesn't-
it's a
Ah, good enough. Okay, we have plenty of room. I'm not very good at drawing things, if I'm being honest. Okay. And what was it? What was the save on that?
a Constitution save of 14.
Constitution save of 14.
Let's see what kind of broken ass dice the enemies get
Oh,
this
he
time.
just made it.
Is that all you
Oh.
got?
That's just half damage. Then he still takes damage, just not as much. So that would be 6 damage.
I've paid you for worse.
Ugh.
And I've gotten even worse from you, sir.
You said how much? 6 damage?
6 damage it would be then.
Okay.
And then Elvira would then also cast, as a bonus action, she will use her bardic inspiration to gift to all of her friends. So that would be Strazza, she's an NPC, but whatever, Mintiana, and Emmedan. All receive bardic inspiration as a bonus turn, and she ends her turn there.
Okay. Go ahead.
Is this a concentration spell? Sorry.
Emmedan. So you gave Demetrius bardic inspiration, right?
Yes.
It's a joke. It's
Wait,
a joke.
what? Oh no, frick. It's not. That orb can go away by now, by the way. It's not a concentration spell.
Okay. And we will raise it. Why don't we do that and zoom in? Let's get a nice overview.
Eminem kind of walks up. He's just kind of like skittering forward. Also, I forgot my AC is actually 16 because I have the shield now. And then he's gonna swing with that little hand axe of his.
Your AC's at 16?
Yeah, I remember I got the shield. I just forgot to equip it last session that I was in.
Why does it say 17 right now?
Oh, I can't even see anything.
Unless I'm just not...
Okay, never mind. It was 15 plus 2. My bad. I thought it was 14. It's weird. So he's gonna just take a little swing with his little hand axe. He's gonna go choppy choppy for the knees. And
Oh god, not
For the knees!
He blocks it with one of his daggers, and he looks at you and he says, "Mine's bigger."
Ew.
Ew, 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 no.
Ibidin kind of drops the hand axe at that and just kind of has a weird look on his face.
Don't think too hard about it, Emmedan. He's just saying things to upset
He's
you.
just talking about the blade, nothing else.
Out of character, it's because I realized that I should have used the short sword instead of the hand axe, and I'm silly.
Oh, quick question. How does concentration work?
You have to roll to maintain it when you have it.
Oh.
No, it's not to roll to maintain. It's that if you get hit, you have to roll to maintain it.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what I mean.
Okay.
You just put the concentration debuff on your icon. It'll be good. It'll let you know.
Cool beans.
Okay.
That's my turn, by the way.
Okay. Next up is Strazza. Strazza.
Mamma mia, it's a strazza.
It's a Strazza. Okay. She is going to... What did I give her for stats? Oh, nice. She... runs up to him. And you see her nails on her hand grow slightly. I gave her some cool abilities. Woo! I'm excited about this. Okay.
Oh, wait. Did we never adjust for my re-rolled initiative?
Oh, yeah.
Because I got a 14.
Yeah. So it technically should be Min's turn.
Okay. Well, Strazza missed anyway.
Okay.
14.
Yeah.
Okay, your turn, Mintiana.
All right. Wait, let me count. Oh. Yeah, that I don't need to fucking count that. That's in range. Mitiana casts Fairy Fire on... What is his name again?
Demetrius.
Demetrius.
Yep.
So everybody that attacks him who can see this light has advantage.
Mm-hmm.
If it
Yep, so you're just casting Fairy Fire.
yeah.
Nice. Good spell.
As long as I keep the concentration.
Do you know where that is?
What?
The, the thing you put on you?
Wait, what?
The
Concentration.
marker's already on.
Yeah, that's on.
Yeah. So anytime you get hit, it'll remind you automatically, which is nice. That's why I like using it.
Massive pug.
I actually don't see a disability for that, so we're just gonna skip that. Yeah, you guys all have advantage as long as you're seeing the light off him. Okay.
And then what does Bardic Inspiration do?
Bardic Inspiration adds, I think it
A D4. right?
current. No, because I leveled up, it's a different die.
Oh, so you probably have a D6.
It's
then.
yeah, I think it's D6.
So
no,
anytime
it's
you roll a
D8.
D20,
It's a D8.
anytime you roll a D20, you can add a D8 too,
Yeah.
which means like
Big pug.
yeah. So now it's
All right.
Demetrius' turn, who does not have
Hey,
advantage.
wait, Kyle, did I miss something? Did you make the dex saving throw?
Oh yeah, there's a dex throw.
Yeah, it has to roll for that.
The dex
Does
throw
everyone have
from
to
the
within-
fairy fire?
No,
Yeah.
I think it's just single target, right?
It's a 20
It's a 20-foot cube.
You can put it outside where we don't get touched, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Attack, an affected creature object has advantage.
Yeah, he has to make a dex save.
Okay.
Sorry, my chat is like not showing half of what's going on, so I just assumed that it happened.
Oh, you're fine. Makes a dex save 18.
Aww. Oh, he
Yeah.
only got a +1 from that. What a bastard!
Ha! He's got his nice daggers though. Okay, so it's his turn, and he's gonna start swinging at Emiden. Poor little guy. Ooh, woo. Okay. We're going to do... What is that, 1d6? Okay. The weapon's not going to look right, but it's going to work. Okay. So he has multi-attack. He's swinging twice. We get a 6 and a 14.
Holy shit.
Missed
that's a
me with
hit.
that.
He seems pissed
Wait,
off.
did he actually miss?
You little wriggly shit. Okay, next up,
Happy cold
Elvira.
Wars.
So as Demetrius is kind of struggling with Emiden, she kind of crouches down to meet his eye level as he's struggling with the very small kobold. And in a rage of fury, just pure anger and hatred, I want to have some fun with this. So I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers at the 3rd level. And that is a wisdom save of 14.
Okay.
And she whispers to him, "Come on now, you filthy peasant. Drown in the elven wine." He did not just make a 14.
He did.
No, he didn't. That's old.
Oh,
Made a
okay.
9.
All right, so that's a 5d6 of psychic
Oh,
damage.
shit.
God.
And he has to run away from me as his reaction.
Holy
He
shit.
grabs the side of his head, both sides. He takes the 21 damage as his head is pounding. And he says, "I don't want it!" And then he begins to run.
And she slowly, just kind of casually makes her way
Don't
down.
forget,
kind
you
of-
guys have advantage. Wait, we don't have advantage?
No,
Or
'cause
what
he
does
fa-
Bardic
he passed
Inspiration
it.
do? Well,
Oh,
'cause
Bardic
what-
Inspiration is for you.
Oh, okay.
It's a 1d8. It's a plus 1d8 to a roll of your choice.
Also,
But you
me
don't
and
get that.
Emiden just got attack of opportunity.
Oh, Stratza and Emiden did just get attack of opportunity because he ran.
So he runs
Oh.
immediately. He doesn't just wait till his turn.
Nope, it's a reaction.
Damn.
Yeah, pretty rough, huh?
Roll them dice!
Oh, I definitely hit.
Holy shit.
Holy
Shit.
shit.
For the crit? Nope.
Um,
Does he live
his
that?
AC is 16, so you guys just both. Holy shit.
I'm gonna re-roll the short swords. Or
Okay.
The 2 there. So it's gonna be 9, 12, 16
And then-
damage from me.
What's the 1d6?
4.
I have Piercer. I can reroll any 1 die on a piercing damage.
Oh, that's fun.
So I rerolled the 2, and I got better.
But
You
don't you get
Oh.
the extra bonus too, or is that not
It's
for the bardic inspiration?
I didn't do the bardic. Is bardic inspiration for damage? I thought it was for a hit.
You got 16. Strasza got
me
4.
check.
That's 20.
It's attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. So
Yeah, so I'm not
it's 2
using it.
hit.
Okay.
You can't use it for damage. It's 2
Okay.
hit.
Okay. You guys get the... So he ran away as much as he could. And
Jesus.
that did not stop him from getting hit on the way out. So...
And Elvira's just gonna kind of slowly saunter her way down to meet her allies, kind of with a little hop in her step, a little sway in her hips, just kind of mercilessly humming, however that sounds. And I end my turn.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how it sounds. Eminem, it's your turn.
I just want to say I'm so glad we're inside, not outside in the blazing sun. Oh, this day is just it's such a good day inside.
Is that how Eminem talks?
He's gonna stab him in the back with a short sword.
Oh,
Oh, that's gonna be a crit.
Oh my god!
oh
This
God.
man didn't stand a chance.
Okay, so I'm just
That's
gonna
just a
do this.
hit.
So I'm just gonna literally roll 6d6 plus 4, re-rolling 1. So let's see what we do. Okay, so that's 22. So the 26, re-roll the 1.
Mm-hmm.
So 25 plus 6. That's gonna be 31 damage.
31 damage.
Oh my god, we just eviscerated him.
So Emmerdon's so happy to be inside, he comes up and he just hits this guy, dropping him to the ground. Okay, everyone end combat.
Midiana's not done though.
Mine's bigger.
He's already dead.
Right.
Are you going to ask for weather?
No.
Okay.
Are you gonna turn into a bird again?
No.
Okay.
You're forgetting an old Midiana classic.
So as you guys bring this man down,
Yep. Here we go. Spare the dying. Wait, no, she's too far away.
true.
Well, I mean, that's why I said Midiana wasn't done. Can she not walk forward?
Well, she can't reach him. It's over 30 feet. Or over
Right.
your movement speed.
Right. So can she not walk forward?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like
I mean,
nobody else is doing anything.
DM, call it. It's up to you.
He's sure, you can spare him as he's
Cool fucking beans.
and then as you spare him from dying, he starts saying, wait, you. And then Straza stabs him in the throat, ripping backwards with her knife.
Shouldn't she have to roll for that?
No,
We're not in
actually.
combat.
I didn't get to do what I
Holy.
wanted to do.
I know you didn't. There's no point sparing pigs, she says.
I just wanted to ask him a question. You're kind of fucking rude.
I get that sometimes.
She gets it a lot, actually.
Okay. Now, as we're all over here with the body, you can see Zanru kind of coming to over there.
And hearing him, Elvira kind of spins around really quick and then rushes to help untie him.
Okay. You want to take the gag out of his mouth?
Yeah. That seems important.
And he says, no, you don't understand. And then every one of you go unconscious
Oh man, don't do this. Come on.
Oh,
I handle
If
it.
only Mintiana had been allowed to do anything with that spell.
I don't know if it would have mattered. I'm gonna be real.
yeah. But it's true.
I mean, she just wanted to role play and ask him some questions that were completely non-relevant, but that's fine.
Was she gonna ask him about the cheese?
No, she was gonna ask him why he hated Elvira's makeup.
Oh, Jesus.
Finally get a
Won't let me
straight
have
answer.
any with that spell.
And you can feel your body tingling, Elvira,
That's just the tannin.
Trust me.
from the wine that you were drinking earlier.
Oh no. I know it.
And
This is why I wanted to investigate it.
the other two of you feel a searing feeling that's almost cold on your cheek, where
Just the
Strasza
tannins
had
from the
blown you a
wine.
kiss earlier.
Man.
The tannins from the wine.
Oops, we almost forgot to kill Demetrius.
He gone. He go bye-bye. Oh, and I gave her bardic inspiration and everything.
I know, you gave her all that bardic
I gave her all the
inspiration.
goodies.
It's just a hit.
And
How long does that even last? Is that for a full day?
what's that?
Bardic inspiration, if it lasts for a full day.
Lasts for a little while.
It lasts for 10 minutes.
Oh, then it's gone.
Oh, it would be gone by now then, yeah.
And Strasza leans in and gives you a single, almost sadistic kiss on the forehead. And you feel the ability to talk, but not to move.
Well, you're just a little snake, aren't you?
Cool.
She kind of like ignores your question and stares down at you and lifts your necklace off of your neck slightly with one finger and says, blue never looked good on you. I think a collar would look better, and lets it like drop back to your neck.
So you're working with the wardens.
Well, of course, but that's not why I did it.
Money.
Then why? Is money really that much to you? What is it then? What could possibly be the reason that you really felt the need to betray me like this? After everything we did for each other when we were young? How we coddled each other in the streets begging for warmth together? How Mother Monarch found us and took us into the gardens?
I'm sorry. The fact that Elvira's saying all this, we're like sock puppet to the ground.
Never wanted to be a whore, she says. And then she looks up at Zanru and says, Tell her what you did to me. That was nothing. You never meant anything to me. It was just a few nights.
It's just the tannins.
Talking about Elvira?
No, he's talking about Strasza.
Oh, Strasza. Okay.
Strasza.
Mamma
Strasza.
mia.
It's okay.
Mamma mia.
When did this happen?
I loved him, and he threw me out like nothing. I don't know how you remember us, Elvira, but you have always made me feel little.
Because I got the special attention in the gardens and you didn't?
I
Is that
loved
really
him.
what it's about? And so did I. And look at us both now. Look what it did to us.
He could have brought me out of this life.
He could have done that to either one of us, but he didn't choose that now, did he? How am I to blame for his actions? That doesn't justify his actions, of course, but what do I have to do with this?
Everyone.
Is my placement really involved in this?
Everyone always wanted ditzy, little, elven wine. No one ever liked me as much as they liked you. Do you know what it's like to live in your shadow for years? I used to consider you a friend. No, I can't stand to be around you.
Well, it appears we are in the same position then. I'm sorry,
Well, no
my
matter.
dear little...
Whose fault do you think it was that you got kicked out of the city the first time? I'll have to make sure this time is a little more permanent. And then
It was you?
Obviously. You don't think Benona was smart enough to be involved in any of this? You always hated her. You were so easy to manipulate. She comes around and she's like, and you, it's too bad that you're just gonna die. Turns out the wardens don't want you, Zanru. They never wanted you. And then she stabs him again, even though all of his wounds and all his blood loss. And he starts gargling slightly, and his head lolls forward. Still alive, but barely.
What a pussy.
No.
Fuck.
I
Like, in the
believe
stuff
I
we
have
go through,
a
and he's
very
like, "Oh,
big
no."
pile of gold that has my name on it, she says, walking directly over Demetrius's body as she meets this man here. Do you have the soldiers or not, Mr. Warden?
Mr. Warden.
Yeah. He's like, shut up, you whore. Are these the ones?
Does he
Yes,
have
of
eyes?
course they are. They even confirmed it. They used to wear collars. Oh, I see. And he starts stepping around and approaching. And then, as he is, he says, you have a document we may be looking for. I believe you know of it.
Maybe I do, maybe I don't.
None the matter, you will speak soon enough when you're back to the pits.
Oh, please.
Slaves.
Go.
I'm assuming my compensation is ready. Shut up, you whore, he says, walking by her. Of course, we have your compensation. You people and your money. You disgust me. Just spitting on the ground. And as these two are talking, you guys start hearing a clamor outside.
Well, this is quite the sticky situation.
Go.
Terribly sorry, friends.
Go.
Guess I really need to...
Is Mintiana still trying to cast like
Get out
bird
of this,
noises?
guys. I think I can get out of this. Go.
Sweetheart, you can't move. I don't know how you can cast a spell that can turn yourself into a dove right now.
As you're talking to her,
Well, I've been a bird.
Oh, you stayed it during the fight?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not like a transformation. It's literally just an illusion.
it's an illusion.
Okay.
Yeah. She's completely bound right now, which looks kind of funny as it's just a bird kind of hovering in midair. So you guys hear some clashing outside, and at first you hear a little bit of yelling, and then a very like baritone voice, and then clearly someone is fighting. Immediately, the warden leader turns around He says, bloody hell, what have they gotten themselves into this time? You wait here, he says. He makes his way back out through the doors, where you guys get a glimpse of full-on heated battle. And then Straza continues talking to you and says, I can't wait to spend all of this. I'll think of you when I do. How you're rotting away.
Hey, you know you could have just you could have just asked for money. We've got this. What is Evident again?
Cobalt.
Cobalt, who's great at getting money. She's got a necklace on her neck worth everything. And you know, I'm a very accomplished merchant myself. What is the point of all this?
So, as Strauss is sitting here, clearly waiting for her payment, the noise outside is getting louder.
Hey, Kyle, I gotta go.
That's fine.
All right, have a good night, everybody.
Night.
Bye.
And as you guys are arguing with Straza, and then magically the door through the crowd, the door blows off its hinges in golden light.
Wow.
And a single man walks through the door. Elvira, it is your father.
Oh.
He is donned in golden armor.
This guy again.
Well, this is a peculiar sight. Stratza, have you met my father?
Step away from my
Comfortable here on
daughter,
the ground, you know.
he says to her. And Stratza turns in shock that somehow someone has made it through the wardens. And immediately starts running for the nearest window. Which I just realized that I don't think that's the nearest one, but there's a clearest path to it. And as she's going, he whips out his hand and golden fire shoots out of it, looking almost holy, exploding the box and taking a chunk out of the floor as he completely misses. I'm losing the stream thing here. Hold on. It's really hard to keep these all moving around. I hate trying to do multiple things like this. Okay. And so he comes in and he says, damage gets you every time. He says, walking up to you. And he kneels down next to you. He says, are you all right?
No, we're not all right. Please help us, please. Oh!
He looks around. I was afraid I wouldn't make it in time. And then he immediately starts to heal you and dispel the movement problems that you had, Elvira.
So she stretches her fingers a little bit, cracks her neck, then cracks her knuckles.
Oh dear God, he says, looking up at Xanru. He needs more help than you do.
Help
Maybe you
me,
should
please.
help the bird and then tend to him. Stratza's mine.
Very well, daughter. I'm just gonna have him help Xanru first because the bird doesn't have a dagger sticking out of her.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean.
Magic to heal people.
That's fair. Okay. Suppose he does dispel your movement thing. Elvira, are you running after Stratza?
I am.
Okay.
I'm jumping
Now-
up on the boxes.
We get to have fun.
Nice.
Oh, is this a run sequence? Yay, I
Oh,
love it.
yeah, it is.
I love a good chase sequence.
I love a good chase.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. I apologize for bending the rules, by the way.
What rules?
Well, when I'm making I'm trying to make Elvira's backstory intriguing.
It's okay.
How did you break the rules? What happened?
Oh, I just mean just like not rolling
is-
for anything.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I rolled during
Oh.
combat.
Well, there'd be no point in like doing an individual roll for every little thing, and when it's not really like.
Yeah, I just rolled once at the very beginning, and it was a 20. So that's how you know. That's how you know you beat the game. But okay, Elvira, you are chasing after your favorite friend.
Let's get Running in the 90s playing, please.
I wish. Okay. So you are running down the back alleys, and Strasza is booking it. And
Nice.
as you're coming at her, she shoots this ball of pink mist at you. What are you gonna
So, Elvira's immediate reaction is to snap her fingers, cast Mage Hand, and then have the giant hand kind of do just very aggressive fanning in front of her to dispel the pink mist, so she could just keep booking it without stopping.
do? Okay. Are you gonna make a roll for that?
It doesn't have a roll because it's a cantrip.
That's a good point. Go ahead. That's badass. I like that.
Cantrips are goofy. I love them.
So, right now you guys are running through the Prosperity District. Or at least parts of. Oh my god. Work, mouse. There we go. So you guys are running after. And then as she's running, she knocks over an entire barrel in front of you.
I mean, the automatic reaction is just attempt bit.
Okay. Go ahead.
What would that be? Acrobatics?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, please be decent. Oh, thank God.
Holy shit.
Thank God.
Yeah, so you just barreled over a barrel.
Like just do a flip.
Almost a
The
flip. Yeah,
barrel.
I'd say so. So you guys continue your run, and Strasza is clearly getting frustrated. So that makes 2 passes for you, which is awesome. So she tries to round a corner.
Oh, I'm responding to this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I would then cast Vicious Mockery, and I'm just gonna yell at her to try to stop her.
Okay.
Oh my
It's like,
godness.
Get back here, you bitch! You get back here, you or bitch. Let's say that. And I don't know if she would do a save throw in this situation.
I think she'd have to.
Yeah,
She's trying
it's
to
a
run.
wisdom. It's a wisdom 14.
Okay. I'm gonna give her a random wisdom modifier because I don't have her character sheet anymore. She makes it.
Oh, she does. That's sad. Okay, well that
But
didn't do
the
anything.
resonance from your spell sink into the side of a very nice building with stone, made of stone, and it just explodes. Showing how pissed you
Explodes?
are. Yeah.
That's funny. Okay.
So, are you going to continue chasing her around the corner?
Yeah.
You come around the corner and you do not see her, and you see a few different paths.
Go left.
Oh shit. No idea
What?
here.
She's going away.
Go left. Go left.
Okay.
Oh man.
So,
Oh, I should have done a perception thing.
well, just do it
damn
now. Do it now.
Okay, so I would probably do
How
I do a perception check to see if there's any sign of her. Oh, I have no idea.
No, that's good.
not bad.
You can
It's above
see
average.
on the ground some marks where she knocked some stuff over while turning left.
Oh, so it was left. Good job, Mitiana. Left.
Arr.
I
just
rolled.
keep-
I rolled to see which direction it was.
Oh, funny.
I'm actually psychic.
She is psychic.
Wait. Oh, she had a boost. Never mind.
So you're so you see her up in the distance. What would you like to do?
How can I perceive how far away she is from me?
I mean,
Like,
with your
feet-wise.
eyes, yeah.
About 15 feet.
15 feet? Okay, so then I would cast Mage Hand to just stop, just like do a stop sign in front of her as she's just booking it, and it's close enough to her that she can't stop her momentum in an attempt to slam into the Mage Hand, stop her dead in her tracks.
Okay. So you guys, as you guys are running down these alleys, you find yourself in the Red Lantern District, where she's still trying to run from you, and now you just put a hand in front of her. Kind of a dick move, man.
She's a bitch.
She is.
The hand hits her, stumbling her up, and she manages to just get to her feet before you get there. And
Damn.
continues running. You were very close to her.
I am very close to her. Oh, but I just remembered. I have a dagger in my tits.
Oh.
So I pull my dagger out from my opera mailbox, as I like to call it. And I throw it at her.
Okay.
Oh.
Holy shit. Your dagger hits directly into her back, her lower back, and drops her. And as she comes to a full halt, she is falling into the fountain.
So
She is like soaked now. And
Elvira
still,
just-
she's bleeding too. Bad.
in her rage, she jumps into the fountain as well, picks up Dratza by her hair, and just throws her against the edge of the fountain, just thrusting that blade even more into her back. And she straddles her to be atop her, and she just holds her there by her head. And she says, "You really thought it'd be that easy, huh? Run away from the elven wine? Well, I can promise you, dear, it flows like a drenching river." That's not a word. Let me think
is
of a
now.
word. It
Shakespeare
flows like
metaphors all the
it
time.
flows like a torrent and a tide. Ooh, you really think you could escape me?
But Elvira, what about our friendship? She
You
says.
burned that bridge. You burned that bridge? And not only did you burn that bridge, you burned the village it was too. This place is terrible. You're right. Neither of us ever wanted to be what we are. But look at us now. Look what it did to us. At least one of us has some sort of place to go back to. At least you could go back to those homes, to the garden. I can't go back anymore. I was banished because of you. You took everything from me. This was all I knew. This was all I loved. And now
you can
there's
see her,
nothing left.
you can see her tearing up a little bit because she is incredibly scared of you.
No, that's just the tannins.
And she says, "Don't kill me, Elvira."
All right. How about this? And she kind of pulls her up even more to meet eye level. Still holding her by the hair, by the way. I have a number in my head from 1 to 20.
Oh my gosh.
If
like
it's-
D&D. Or
If you, in 3 guesses, can guess that number, then you live.
damn, that's some pretty good odds. Girl, you ever gone gambling before? Cause you'd be bad at it.
And she just says, 1, 2, 3.
Well,
And Elvira just kind of shakes her head. And she says, "Oh, my dear. Don't you know anything about the rules of... You change your price every time." And in one foul swoop, she makes eye contact with her, casting her darling, ever so beloved, what is it called? I'm ruining the moment. Her dissonant whispers. She says, "Goodbye, friend."
As you cast this, you can see her writhing in pain as blood flows from her ears into the fountain, creating a almost rosy color, reminiscent of that of the butterfly houses. And the last thing that she says to you as she dies is, "You whore." And then she dies in the fountain.
did you say 4 or whore?
Whore. That
Okay.
4 would literally make no sense.
Well, it would make sense.
You
just
four.
coming up earlier.
You
You
4.
And Elvira...
You know what? When you're dying, sometimes things just don't make sense.
And Elvira stands in the fountain, just staring at this corpse, not even caring if there's anybody around.
Is there anybody around?
Probably, but it doesn't matter. And she just goes, "You too, bitch," and spits at her. And then prominently just... First what she does is she fishes for her prize, for her gold.
Yeah. She never actually received the gold from
Well,
from-
then,
Have sun on her.
finding no gold, she rips the dagger back
Well,
out.
you could still take her gold. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I'm gonna take her everything she
Yeah.
has.
And
So I take all of her possessions, or her money, whatever, rip the dagger out of her back, flip her over to be face down in the fountain, and then promptly step out and just slowly make my way back.
and as you're getting out of there with the strawberry cream colored fountain, your father and Zanru approach.
Where the fuck is Mitiana?
I assume there's a bird. There's a bird on the rooftop somewhere,
Watching in the distance.
watching down,
Fucking
glaring
bad
down
now.
at you, very discontent.
Well, it seems like you two made quite the fine recovery.
Yes, says Varanus. He was worse off than I thought. I was not sure if he'd make it. Elvira, I have to tell you something.
What is it this time?
Your mother was the only woman I have ever loved.
She kind of squints at him a little bit. Then why did you leave her to die?
I am not proud of the things in my past. But I, much like my friend Zanru here was telling me, had an arranged marriage. I was unable to stay, and I desperately wanted to. I did not know you existed before a few days passed. But I do know, if you will have me, then I would like to make it right as your father.
You know, I hated you for the longest time.
And you have every right to.
I never knew who you were, and I felt that I never wanted to. And when I found out who you were, I hated you. But
Any of us.
If I've learned anything from our friends that I've made, it's that people can make mistakes. And they can regret them for the...
From under his helmet, you can see his eyes water slightly. And stepping forward, as Zanru comes up and tries to also talk to you, Ferranis looks slightly uncomfortable and says, I suppose I will give you to a moment. That tree over there looks nice, he says.
There's a bird you can talk to. Somewhere.
I suppose if I find it, I would very much enjoy that. And he walks.
I love how this is... I just love the juxtaposition of this is all happening while there is a blood-filled fountain with corpse floating in it.
Yeah, from someone who deserved it. Anyway.
Yeah, true.
It's the Red Lantern District.
Anything can happen.
It's just a Tuesday.
It's technically a strawberry cream fountain now. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway. So as Zanru approaches you, he says, I'm sorry for getting you involved in this, Elvira.
Why did you want to meet me? Did you even write that note in the first place?
I did.
Well, here we are. By the fountain. Not exactly midday, but it's close enough.
He looks around.
Why did you want to meet me?
He looks around you with a slight smile on his corner and says, well, the water is fine enough. And then, I wished to meet you because I had to apologize for everything that I put you through. I did not know Straza has held or kept her feelings for me this long, but that was not why I was trying to meet you. I just needed to talk to you. And he kind of looks over at Ferranis, who is talking to a bird in a tree. And then he looks back at you and says, much like him, your father, he's a good guy. But here in Empyreon, we are bound by duty. I do not wish to leave you. You are my only true love. And my wife now, she's bearable. My son, though. My son makes it all worth it, I think. But that is not why I came to talk to you. I just wanted to let you know that what we had was not a fling. It was love. And I have loved you for a very long time, Elvira. But sometimes life is not so simple. If I had my way, I would have given it all up. My nobility, my family name, my legacy. But that is not how things work in this city. Just as you know.
And Elvira nods, looking to the side, her own eyes wide, her lip kind of quivering as she's searching for words. You know, Zanru, I loved you. I still love you. And that's also why I hate you. Because I loved you so much. And even when it was bluntly in my face that it was impossible, I kept telling myself it was. So, you can live with the regret of leaving me for an unbearable wife but a loving child. And I can regret ever thinking that it would work.
Looking at you, you can see a tear on his cheek. He says, I really wish we could have been different, but
I know.
he says,
I wish that too.
sometimes I envy the freedom. The shackles of nobility are stronger than the tightest slave collars at times. I envy the freedom of the lesser ones. And
Well,
with that, he gives you a single polite kiss on the forehead and walks away. The end. Also, just to clarify, because I had someone say this, I did not say that the wife was unbearable. I said she's bearable.
oh,
Bearable,
I heard
I guess. It's just sort of like he
I
can.
heard unbearable.
Yeah, I know. That's apparently.
Maybe.
I got that a lot, so I was checking to make sure that it didn't sound like I said that. That's why I was clarifying. As if that's like his best compliment for her. Like, she's bearable. You know. Anyway,
Really
not important.
Up against a fuckboy
So
right now.
this is the end of the Elvira Hero Quest. Okay.
Jesus.
Okay. So we will be back with a full session number 10 to be exact, on Friday. Go ahead and follow us at Twitter at UnderTableD&D, because Under the Table was just too hard to get. Also, go ahead and follow us at Under the Table D&D with a bunch of underscores at twitch.tv, and also our channel at youtube.com as well. Minty, what was Eulaura's name?
Eulaura_art.
Eulaura_art. I really need to get a plug for that because I always forget it. Eulaura_art. She did most of our artwork that you can see down here underneath me, which is also beautiful. So make sure to show up this Friday on our channel at 8 p.m. EST, where we will pick up with the rest of the group after this special session for session number 10. We're also having session number 11 the following Wednesday. So within the next week, we will technically have 2 sessions. So anyone who wants to stop by for that as well, that should also be around 8 p.m. EST. Thank you very much, and everyone have a wonderful night. Try not to get your heart broken by any elves, because that seems to be a common theme in my world for some reason. God, that was depressing. Okay, have a good one.
You wrote it.
I know I did, but I suck. Why'd you guys let me write anything?